my goodness gracious. If you are someone who has an ounce of confidence in your body, if you've got an ounce of confidence, which I know you do, then I know it's also possible for you to help others to be more confident. And Linda Sunshine West is also, I'm going to say, an expert at developing confidence. We've known each other for years and years and years. Linda actually used to be on my team. And I'm so stoked that she now is helping people to share their message with the world. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to walk through a way that you can join me in my mission of spreading more confidence. Now, before I fully introduce Linda, I just want to say that confidence is honestly, I believe, the number one skill set that we should all be developing. I work with someone specifically on my own confidence. This is not something that I think we're just like fully innately born with. Although I do feel that some people, like through their upbringing, they may have a better chance at feeling more confident, but it's really a muscle. It's a skill set that we need to develop. You probably know this if you're here with us. And if you know that you could help more people to be more confident, just say that's me in the chat. Now, as I jump in today, we're going to go over this whole super exciting opportunity Linda and I have been planning for how long, Linda?
About 4 months.
About 4 months. I think it's been even longer than that because we're in March.
Okay.
Oh
my gosh, is it March?
For like a year. I don't know, but yeah, probably it's been official for about 4 months, but this has been something that I really wanted to do for a long time. And I'm so, so grateful that you guys are here to be able to learn more about it. And before we share what the opportunity is, I just want to introduce you to Linda. So Linda Sunshine West is a wizard at showing up, at helping others to be able to magnify their message and their movement, which I love talking about. And when we first met, we were actually both doing a lot in the live streaming world. So it's super cool to see how we both have shifted. And Linda, can you tell us more about what you're doing now? I know were you like actually just at the Grammy gifting suite? Was that real?
It was the Oscars.
The Oscars. Oh, the Grammys were a long time ago, you guys. I know nothing about pop culture. It was the Oscars.
Yeah, I was at the Oscars gifting suite, gifting celebrities what we do. And I'm a book publisher. And so what we were gifting to them was to ghostwrite and to publish their story. It went over well, really well. So I'm excited to see the results from that. That'll probably come like a year and a half down the road as far as the end result. But, just speaking about that right there, because that's confidence, right? To be able to show up to something like that. And Molly, you knew me. When I was breaking through a fear every single day because I had so many fears that were stopping me from living my life. And what I'm doing today is kind of an accident, really. I've never been a reader and I've never been a writer. So the fact that here I am, now I'm a 37 times #1 international best-selling author, and I help other people get their stories into the world. This is what really drives me forward, is helping them to tell their story, because I found in telling my story, it helped me to gain confidence. And so I love the title of this, what we're working on today, this endeavor. I don't want to say what it is, this endeavor that we're working on. And oh my gosh, to get to this point, working with Molly years ago, before, like when it was just like all spreadsheets, Y'all know what I'm talking about if you know Molly. And it's been interesting because to get to this point, Molly, it took a lot of me breaking through fears to even be able to say, I think I'm confident enough to do this with Molly. I didn't tell you that earlier. So.
No, but that's like a really big piece of what we're talking about today,
Yeah.
because what we're going to talk about is something where we can partner together. It's something where we can elevate each other. I'm super stoked about those of you that decide to jump in and play with us to be able to celebrate your brand and your business and your voice. This is something that I know for me to do on my own without other people joining us in this is not going to have as big of an impact. And so I think it's really cool that we're making this available for anybody who wants to. A small amount of you, not everybody's going to be able to do it. How many spots do we have open in this collaboration?
20.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So 20 people are going to be able to play with us in this way. And do you want to know what it is? Do you guys want to know what it is?
I do.
I see someone is saying that my video is flipped. I never get that right, y'all. I never get it right. So it's always mirror camera is always selected. And I don't know why. Or there. Now is it better?
Yes, because before it was happened to about something. So now it's something's about to happen.
Okay, well, something's about to happen. So we're only going to be here for about 10 minutes to walk through this whole entire thing. We're not doing a big old huge video that's going to take hours like I usually do. But we're going to jump right into it. So Linda and I have been working behind the scenes to put together this opportunity because we know that confidence is so important. We want to help more people to be more confident so they can show up more powerfully. And so we have decided
Dun, dun,
to
dun.
dun, 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 do an amazing collaboration book all about confidence. What? Now, here's the thing. Linda's going to go through everything that it takes in order to be a part of this book, but I just want you to know that this is not just a book. This is really about being in a small community with me and 20 other people helping to spread this message. So, I am like obsessed with repurposing. So, whoever ends up deciding to join this book opportunity with us, we will be we'll be doing videos together and all kinds of stuff around this to help spread the message, because I really believe you guys know that confidence is a huge piece of why we're doing what we're doing with kids, with adults. I have my children's book that really is about confidence, and I just think it's so important. So, Linda, tell everybody about the whole thing.
Yeah. So first of all, as I shared, for me to get to this point to even think that I was confident enough to be able to work with Molly, because she's like this big star, right? And I'm just like this little person over there trying to figure my way through these things. And so it's been incredible to step into this myself. And so part of this, one of the things I love about these collaborative books, Molly, is the collaboration. That's why I call them collaboration books. You might have heard them called anthologies or chapter books. There's so many different words that they go by, but I love collaboration. And that's what this is all about, is bringing people together to share their message about their confidence. Like, how did you step into that confidence? What was it that made you get to that place to be able to step up confidently to make an offer to people? How many of you are working with Molly in one of her programs? I'm in several of them. Are working in her programs, and you're like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing. And that was because you said yes to you. You said
And I
yes to
I
you.
think this is also something, and you guys know this, but like each time we up level, each time we achieve something that is awesome and was scary, and now we're at a new level. I mean, that's why some of you know that I worked with Michael Bernoff privately on communication, but for me, it was really about confidence, because I wanted to make sure that when I came into a room of people that I was like, whoa, who are these people? That I walked into that room feeling like, oh, yeah, I belong here. That's what this really is. Like, confidence is about knowing that you belong here and
Yeah.
you belong here. So, I just love it. I love it. Okay. So
Yeah.
good. So
Okay. So,
good.
so what we're doing is we're offering to you to join us on this endeavor, this book called Choose Confidence. And what it looks like for you, you write your story, and then you sit back and relax and you have fun, because we do all the rest of the work. So we make this as easy as possible for you. You have a story to tell. We know that. Like, that's a given, right? But you might be thinking like, I'm not sure which story to tell. I'm not sure where to go. We have people on our team who will sit down with you and work with you on this to figure out which story makes the most sense. And so if this is something you're interested in doing, this is definitely the time to jump in, because as Molly talked about, repurposing for those of us, who aren't maybe as skilled as Molly is and her team with the marketing and the repurposing, that you've got Molly's team behind you doing this as well. So imagine being able to do what you do, being able to share your story in a way that gets your message out there into the world in Molly's world. I want you to think about that. So with Action Takers Publishing, literally what you do is when you sign up with us to work on this book, we only have 20 spots. That's it. That is it. We're not going to extend it beyond that. And so it's once you sign up with us, you start writing, you share your story, you submit it to us. We do proofreading, editing, formatting. We do everything. So I don't want you to have to like worry your pretty little head about anything that you have to do, because all you need to do is write that story, and then we get it out there for you into the world. So I'm not sure where Molly went, but Molly, that's all I got to share. It's like short and sweet. I told you I'd be short and sweet.
Okay, I got more to share. So one of the things
Okay.
that I believe in when it comes to confidence is that we can give the spotlight over to other people as well. So I thought I would just let Linda like take over for a
Take
second.
over.
Take over. Okay, so you guys want to see like more info of everything that's included, because we've got Linda created an awesome page with all the details, and I'll make sure we get you guys the details today. I do want you to know that these spots are going to fill up. I don't want this to be something like last year I did a summit with someone and there was literally 75 people in this summit. You know what happens when you have 75 people in a summit? no one sees anybody because there's too many people. So
Yeah.
I actually want to keep this small where it's only 20 of us. And then that way we'll be able to highlight, like I couldn't highlight 75 people. That would be too many for me to actually fit in my newsfeed. So with 20 of us, this is going to be awesome. And it's also going to be something that is really a tool that you can continue to use in the future. So this isn't just something that we're going to do this one time. And we can kind of go over the timeline of it also. Is that okay if I share that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm going to
definitely.
bring the actual landing page up on the screen so you guys can see it. And then do you want the link? Do you want the information? Do you want to know where to go?
Say yes in the chat.
Is anybody watching Only Murders in the Building? Because I'm obsessed with Amy Poehler when she's like, "Are you ready for the nugget? Lean in for the nugget."
Oh my gosh, I haven't even heard of that. Oh my gosh.
You haven't heard of the show?
I'm so behind the times.
Oh my gosh, I'm behind the times. It's already on season 3. Linda, you will lose it. Like you might not actually get anything else done. It's so funny and it's about podcasting. You will love it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. In the chat, we've got them going, Molly. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak it to you in just a second, but I'm gonna show you more of everything that's included. So, and actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give you the page so that you can follow along with me. Sometimes I keep things away from you, but I'm gonna let you see it right now. Okay, ta-da! There it is. So we took this photo from my social media, eWomen. So these people are not in it yet, but we're future gratituding. Some of you may see yourself on this page.
We envision you in the book.
So know that we'll replace that once we have actual people, but we're announcing it for the first time right now. So I love all of these humans, and so we are celebrating them here. These are all amazing humans who are members of our program. So I'm glad that you're here. If you see yourself on this page, say that's me. All right, so you'll be featured alongside me and the amazing members at the Prepared Performer, knowing that we're going to help to elevate your brand with this as well and elevate your awesome, as we like to say around here. Also, hey, Linda, I'm going to change this so that we're like this. Ready? Ooh, how
I
fun
felt
is
so
that?
fancy. Hey, you know, I want to make a mention on that because, you know, be featured alongside Molly. You know, this was, it is an endeavor. It has been in the making. Like Molly said, I guess it's been a year. I guess time is shorter for me. But
because we talked about it technically at a Pretend Series here in the backyard.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
It's been like maybe 9 months. We're having a baby, Linda.
Well, so what I wanted to share about this is this has been very well thought out. This isn't like Molly and I talked yesterday and we said, hey, let's do this thing. No, because Molly, the way she works is to everything has to be lined up perfectly in the calendar, right? In the marketing calendar. So there's a timeline that is associated with this that has been very well thought out. So just so you know, it's not like you're just jumping into something that there's no thought. This is very well
and
I'll say it one more time.
So that when we do launch it, we actually have space to be able to fully promote it. So the technical title is Choose Confidence, the decision to embrace your power. And tomorrow you're going to see, if you're watching this live right now, tomorrow you'll see that we're actually going to do a little, I have 4 different book covers that Linda's helped us to put together, Linda's team. And so we're going to do a vote to see which cover looks the best to people. So this is the working cover right now. And really, like I said, it is a decision. You're making the choice to actually show up and be the best version of yourself. And how awesome does it feel when you walk into a room like, yeah, I'm owning this. This is what we're going to help people to do. So alongside me, you're going to be able to connect and grow. So like I said, we're going to have a separate little community just of the authors. So you know how much I love community and collaboration. So this will be a group of 20 of us that are all promoting this book, working together on this project. It's going to be so fun. And then whether this is your first time or you are, you know, an established author, we would love to have you as a part of this. There's no like list size that we're asking for. None of that is here. Is this a way that they can be using this to actually grow their communities and email lists also inside these chapters?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Big time. Yeah. So one of the things that we do is we invite the authors, we invite you, not everybody takes advantage of it, but we invite you to give away a free gift to the readers. And so what happens is they go into a portal, they're able to download your free gift, they get on your email list. This happens all the time. Not only that, we also invite you to participate in interviews on other people's platforms. So we're getting you out there. We're getting you into other people's audiences as well. It's not going to be, just in this one community. We have a big community of people.
How many
we're going to
books
get
have
you
you
out
published?
Well, we've done 31 number one international best-selling books in 2.5 years, Molly. Oh my God, it's
That's
been
so
crazy.
amazing. That's wild. I love
Crazy.
it. And I see a really great question, and if you guys have questions, we're super I hope Linda's good to stay and answer questions. Are you good
Yeah,
for
of
that?
course,
Okay,
of
good.
course.
So Karen, so good to see you. Karen asked, "Is there, help to write the chapter or sift through ideas and stories?" Is that
Yes,
part of what you're doing?
definitely. Yeah, Sally Larkin Green, she's our vice president of author development, and she makes herself available for you to hop on calls with her to kind of like work through like what's the best story I should tell? How should I tell it? Any questions that you have related to your story, she's there for you.
I love it. And I think it's also really important to notice that it's not just like our community that we're helping to elevate you. It's like Linda, this is like what she does, right? So the whole
Right.
thing is that this is helping you to book more podcast interviews, more. I mean, your book really can be the thing that brings you into the building. You guys, I got an opportunity through a friend of mine who works at Amazon because she saw that, and she is so amazing and like actually super high up at Amazon. She brought me to speak about my children's book to high level people at Amazon, which I think is wild. But when you have a book and a book like this, it actually it you are like a part of this as an author. I mean, if you look at the if you're on my Facebook profile, you may have seen that I went crazy because I got Warren Carlyle's book in the mail and I did a full unboxing about the book. So it's an awesome like physical thing that people are able to use as a way to celebrate you, which is so amazing. Okay, and then this is more of the info. So what's included is your chapter, your unique journey in a 3,000 word chapter, reaching your audience, an audience eager to hear your voice. So this could be something that's like a story of how you chose confidence, how you decided to embrace your power. It also could be something that's like my, you know, the 5 keys to deepening your confidence. Right? So Linda, talk to us more about that chapter piece.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because you got to that part right when somebody put, how long should my chapter
I
be?
know.
It's perfect timing to ask that question. Yeah. So what we're looking for in this is we want, either tips, tricks, tools, techniques that people can use to walk away with, or we want your story. We really want to hear how you stepped into this piece of confidence. And then if you help people with their confidence, this is actually a great tool for you because this will help you to be seen as an authority in that space related to confidence. And so imagine yourself, sharing your tips and tricks inside of this book and then talking, letting people know that you are a number one international best-selling author on this topic. So I want you to really think about it as a marketing tool, is a way to get your message out there as well. And I got to tell you, sharing your story can be very cathartic. There's some things that go through as you're putting your story out there that helps you to potentially, have some healing that goes on as well.
That's so true. And
It
and
happens.
this like taking the time to actually develop this chapter can turn into a signature talk. Like you could take this and turn it into
Mhm.
a TEDx talk or something that you're doing. Like I've spoken at eWomen chapter eWomen chapters all over the country, and having something like this could then turn that into, you could use that to turn it into a story. You know what actually would be a really cool bonus? We didn't talk about this. Can I add a bonus in for this? I think you told me I should do this, but I didn't do
Okay.
it.
Yes, please do. Let me write it down so I remember what it is. What's
Oh,
your
that's a
bonus?
good one. Stephanie knows that. You've been there. Do you guys wanna know a really awesome bonus I just thought of
What?
that I'm gonna do just for the people who do this? And you may actually already have it, Linda. We did at in our backyard, we sell these pretend cruises, right? So we did a pretend cruise all about crafting your signature talk with AI. Were you there for that one?
I was. That
Okay,
was
right on that.
amazing. Oh my god.
So, how cool would it be if you have Linda's team's help to write this chapter, and then you take that chapter and you turn that into a signature talk based on that book chapter?
Yes. That's a great
That's a
bonus.
good one. I love it.
I'm
Amazing.
writing it down so we don't forget what your bonus is.
Okay, Stacey Ellen actually just asked a great story. A great story? You asked a great story, Stacey. It's so good to see you, although also. Okay, I almost said all the way. I meant to say by the way, but I'm just very excited. Okay, so, with the cover, is there a way that like, 2 questions with this. So Stacy actually asked, "Will everyone's pictures be shown on the cover?" I learned recently, and Linda, I think maybe we talked about this on a Sales Stars call, but I learned recently that it actually is a better idea unless you're like a giant star, like I don't know why Matthew McConaughey is the only name that came to mind right now, that it's
I
actually better
wonder why.
not to have faces on the cover of a book
Yeah.
because people are more likely to buy it without a face.
Yep.
So right now I know it says by Molly Mahoney, but is there a way to make sure that it's like everybody's included in
Yeah.
that, or how does that work?
Yeah, we'll design the cover however, whatever you and I decide, Molly. It's all up to us. So,
But have
yeah.
you ever had anybody put everybody's names on the front? Like, how does
Mhm.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that this is for me, this is not about like Molly Mahoney's confidence book. This is about our confidence book. And
Yes.
it's really something that we're gonna make sure that's just like a working cover that we have. We're gonna make sure everyone is highlighted as an equal contributor. This
Mhm.
isn't my book with, whatever. It's really all of us are in this together.
Yeah.
Um, so is the book a compilation of writers? Yes, that's like the whole yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. So if you already have a signature talk, that could be your chapter.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally. Okay,
Totally.
totally. All right. So, professional editing. Dude, who wants this? I do because y'all know I am a hot mess. So how does this work?
No comment. No comment. Remember, I used to work with Molly. And so what happens is when you submit your chapter to us, we do have professional proofreaders and editors that go through it. They're going to read it. They're not going to change your story, but they're going to make some suggested changes. It's going to come back to you. You're going to either make some more edits or you're going to approve it. And we're going to work with you back and forth until you approve your chapter. One thing that I do believe strongly in is our energy has to be positive energy inside of this book. So every single author will approve their chapter and they're like, okay, I love it. I'm ecstatic with it. So we have that positive energy in the book.
Amazing. Okay, there's also a really funny question, I think. Damon, do you keep asking the same question because you are a two-time best-selling author? He's like, do I need to be a two-time
Oh,
best-selling author? Damon,
no.
you need to do this with us, by the way. You guys, if you don't know Damon, I'm obsessed. He told me my superpower was that I'm extra. So thank you. If you're extra, you should join us.
Extra,
Um,
extra,
I know.
extra.
Also, Shanna, this is the kind of the question we were just talking about, which is all of the names being on the physical book. That's what I'm talking about. I think that 20 names is a lot to put on the front cover of a book, but if there's a way that we can figure out how to have all 20 names, I do want to make sure on the physical copy that like here, let's be like real. Part of this is the fact that we have developed over the past 10 years a brand that in our space is a little recognizable. I don't get like 4,000 people on my live streams at one time like Damon does, but we've built a community where I can do a post and get a couple hundred comments or, we have the ability to get some extra visibility here. You may have even more visibility, which would be amazing. So I recognize that all of us together is what's going to make this do even better. I will be like the person bringing all of us together, but I really, like I said, I want this to be something where everybody is featured.
Yeah. And, I want to share. So we did have one book where we had 20 authors in it, and I did have all the names on the front. And it's just the design worked perfectly for that.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a front cover. I haven't done it yet. I'll share it with you
Wait a
later.
minute. Can we actually talk about something? Hold on. Dude,
Yes.
I am obsessed with your action. So let's just like really talk about this. And I don't know if you can see any other things like this, but Damon, are you in?
What? Paid?
Did
Woo, woo.
guys, this is happening. The spots are going away. Now I feel like we're on like Home Shopping Network and I'm saying like, y'all, this is going away. Damon, you are the best. We are going to have so much fun with this. Like
Woo,
for
woo.
real, for real, for real. I'm obsessed with you. You guys, the spots are disappearing right now. Let's go back to the page. Damon, I love you. Okay, watch. Ready? We're going to go to
Yes.
even more. So good. And I do want to make sure also with the names on the cover, like we want the cover, we want the cover to be something that stands out and gets people's attention. It's not like buy from all these people, because really that's not the point. The
Right.
point is that we are spreading the message of confidence. We're giving people, like Damon's a perfect example of this, because actually when I taught last year, I taught at our local arts high school, and I shared Damon's story with the high school kids as what's possible. Like for people to know that you can be a crazy crafter and make wreaths on a live video and do $1 bajillion a month in sales. And you may feel like you need to be something that is like super fancy and put together. But I think Damon and I are both great examples of the fact that this is a compliment, Damon, that you can kind of show up as a hot mess and still make this work as long as you know your lane and you know the confidence that you possess, because you're going to attract the people that you actually really want to be working with. So it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I
Joy.
want to make a comment on Joy. She says, I'm only a one-time best-selling international author. First of all, I want to make a comment on that because congratulations. That is amazing.
Seriously.
They say that only 24% of the world's population ever write a book and only 3% ever publish. So just the fact that anybody is a published author is a big deal. It's a big deal. And so this is one of the ways that you can become a published author without writing an entire book. You write 3,000 words, which is about 4 to 4.5 pages typed, just so you get an idea. And then you become a best-selling author, and all of our books to date, Molly, are #1 international best-selling books. So I know that for sure this one will. I don't usually promise that, but I've promised that with
Yeah,
this one.
I know it will be also.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
100%. I'm not even worried about that at all. I also will say Joy shared a story with us on the last call that we did for the Content Club. And Joy, your story, just what you shared on the call with us, was so inspirational for me. And I've thought about it so much since then. So Joy did not know until she was 30 years old. I think it was 30 that you said, Joy, that she's actually legally blind. And she had no idea. And
Oh my
she has
goodness.
done, I have goosebumps everywhere, Joy, talking about it. She's done so much in her life, like, that aside, but knowing that and knowing what she has been able to make happen and is able to empower others to see what's possible for them. It's so, so, so amazing. Oh my gosh, Mindy Nelson. So, so good to see you. Okay, guys, this
Get
is
in,
awesome.
girl.
Yo, I'm going to put this on the screen again, because who knows, we may only have 10 spots now. So I'm putting it back up on the screen. And let me screen share this so we can give the rest of the details. And I love what Damon also said, that a lot of the people in his community are afraid to start a business because they don't have the confidence. So this is a tool that you can use to help your clients do the things that you're trying to get them to do. Another thing that I love about this is that it's not like cannibalizing any of the other things that we're making happen, because all of us need more confidence. Linda and I went back and forth a bunch about like what topic could we cover that would be something that everyone in our community could get behind. I don't know if Charmaine's here right now, but I've been meaning to message Charmaine about doing this, because Charmaine helps parents of kids who have IEPs. And I think something like this can help kids also. It's something that it's not just in the business genre, which I think is so, so cool, because while we are doing business, obviously we're helping business owners, our bigger mission is about so much more than that. So this is really something that I see will stand the test of time, whether AI or whatever is the new hot thing. We always need more confidence.
Yeah.
Let's dive into this. Your marketing power. What? Tell us all about what's going to happen with that. Linda thought this was going to be a 5-minute video. I knew that wasn't going to happen.
I think my brain thought it, but my reality knew it wouldn't be. Yeah, so the marketing power, we create all the marketing materials as well as the content. Literally, like our clients say, you guys made that fast, fun, and easy. So the easy part is like you just write a chapter and it's, we're going to do all the work behind the scenes. We're also going to create the marketing materials with the content. You literally copy and paste. That's it. Right. You can always modify it if you want, but we create what we've created. And I'm sure that Molly's team will probably be creating some kind of marketing stuff as well. So it's going to be like double power.
It's going to be cray. Plus, we're going to bring people with us that are marketing superstars as well. So this is going to be like bananas. I love it. Also with this, as I was going and looking at the videos that I have up right now, we're live streaming in several places. So we're live on Facebook. And I just want you guys to know that on Facebook, I have it automatically set to always put our application as a link in the chat. It's like the pinned comment. So that is an application to join our like coaching program. So just make sure you go to the actual link on here if you want to do the book.
Yeah.
So I'm hopping over to Facebook and putting it in the chat, but know that it's molly.live/CCB is where you go to sign up if there are spots left.
There are spots left. I just checked.
Okay, good.
So I want to answer Stacy Ellen's
Yeah,
question. I know Stacy moved recently. I miss
I
you, lady.
know.
She says you're both successful business ladies. I also want to write my own book. Do you still think the compilation book gives the same authority as your own book? It's a different type of authority. So I don't want to say it's the same. It's a different type of authority. So first of all, when we write our own book, not only do we write the whole book, we also are our own marketing team. See, the power of the compilation books in general, like no matter what compilation book it is that you have the power of the numbers. So you have 20 people, they're all getting the message out there, you're getting your message into their market and vice versa. We're all sharing. This compilation book, what really sets this one apart is you got Molly Mahoney at the head of it. You know, this is going to be, like she said, go bananas. She just got 44 bananas the other day for her 44th birthday. And this is going to be bananas. The thing is that marketing is the hardest part of writing the book. A lot of people think I write the book, I'm done. You're just starting. You're just starting. So if you can be with a team of people who are going to get your message out there and make it easier for you to get in front of additional audiences, that's what we're all looking for, right? And so because of that, that's why these collaboration books are incredible. But like I said, like when you have somebody at the helm like Molly Mahoney, I mean, it's going to be just like on steroids, like
You guys, we're gonna
totally.
have so much fun. Like literally, we're gonna have so much fun. Karen is in. Karen, I am so stoked because I know you do so much in the confidence space. I am so stoked. Shanna, I'm so stoked that you're here. Also, we're gonna have so much fun. This is gonna be awesome.
Awesome.
Like we're talking about organizing like an in-person thing where we can do a book signing. Like there's lots of things that we're talking about with this. And actually, do you want to share, Linda, our kind of timeline? I know we still have more to cover on the page, but like I said, I really wanted to be careful about this timeline because my calendar is cray cray and I have events planned all over the place. But here's what's really cool about this timeline that Linda's going to share in a second. And this goes back to Stacy Ellen's question as well, because I have another book that I'm working on right now all about AI. And what's really cool about doing your own book, a solo book, right? So I'm doing a solo book. I have this book, I have my children's book. It's not like one is better than the other. They're all kind of working toward each other. They all can kind of reference each other, and each one gives its own unique authority and its own unique visibility in its own unique way. And that can be like the proximity of that, of being connected to these people, is actually something that's totally different, which I really love. So, what
Thank
is
you. You gave me plenty of time to find those numbers, those dates. Thank you. I love this. I love this.
I
See,
got
one
you.
thing you can always count on Molly. Okay. So let's go from the launch date. First of all, we're gonna do a launch at Molly's house. Oh my
What?
God, right? Aren't we?
Yeah, we will. We'll figure
Yeah.
that out.
The launch date of the book. This is
And
the
we
date
may,
we have.
just to be clear, the actual launch may be virtual, but it's because of the timing. But we at some point will have some sort of book signing here.
Book signing at her house.
Yeah. So if you've not been to our house, this is a big piece of this. And all of the marketing stuff is included in the payment for the project. Someone asked that right now. So we'll go over like the price and all of that in a moment, but there's a lot that's going to be going on behind the scenes that Linda's team is doing and that our team is going to be doing. So this is something that there's an investment for. And I'll just show you, if you haven't been to our house before, check this out. I'm going to screen share in just a moment.
It's a resort.
It's crazy.
A resort.
Like these pictures are taken. Hold on. You're going to freak. In my backyard just a couple days ago. I can't promise we'll have a sunset like this, but these pictures were taken from my backyard, which looks fake. I cannot believe that's real. But for those of you that are able to join us, we'll also have some sort of book signing here on a pretend cruise, and you can come hang out here. It's wild. Linda's been there, so she knows it's real. It's not made up.
I literally thought that was a fake picture, and I was like, because somebody asked, where is that? And I was going to put, that's at her house. But I thought, oh, I think this is fake.
It's not fake. It's real.
I've been there and I thought it was, I mean, it's like a postcard picture for sure.
It
Okay,
really
so
is.
let's go back to the date.
Okay. Yes.
So we have a launch date scheduled of August 30th. August 30th. Write that date down. That's the launch date of the book. And so what this means is, going backwards, is the chapters will be due by July 7th. So this gives you plenty of time.
Jinx, it gives you plenty of time.
Gives you plenty of time. And we're looking to get the book completely filled by June 14th, which Molly, I think will surpass that by far, which is,
Totally.
that's 3 months away. And so, we've already got chapters being sold right now. Like I was looking at my emails, they're a little slow to come in, the actual emails that the sales have been made. But right now we have 3 people who have signed up. We've got Karen and Shanna and Damon. And so really looking forward to having other people join us on this journey. But
And I
August
haven't told
30th.
anyone, y'all. I was gonna say something on our Sales Stars call yesterday and the Glam call. I think maybe we posted the link in the Glam Slack, like right as we were going live. I honestly meant to tell our members first, and I forgot just because things got kind of crazy. But we did share it inside Glam now. So we are going to start, I'm going to start reaching out to people individually. So this is like, we're putting it out here. I only sent one email and I did that one post, and I've had a lot of people message me privately who couldn't be on this video today. So know that, like, I have a feeling we're going to fill this up like maybe by the end of the week. but yeah.
Let's go.
And continue that. Is there more timeline stuff? Cause I have one more answer to a question.
No, that's really, those are the
Okay.
2 things for everybody to be concerned with. The date that your chapter would be due is July 7th, and then the
Okay.
launch date on August 30th.
Okay, awesome. So you have between, like, if you sign up now, you'll not only have between now and July to be able to write the stuff, but you'll have between now and August 30th to actually be able to pre-build excitement around it.
Yeah.
One thing that I love about projects like this is that you can do what I call learning out loud. So as you are writing this, you can use this as a way to bring more authority, more visibility to your account. So we're going to help you with this. Like, Stacey, I understand that you've maybe done stuff like this in the past that hasn't yielded results. We have a really big, like, strategic concept, which is when you're doing a video or when you're speaking on a stage or when you're writing a book, the book or the stage presentation or the video is not actually the most important thing. What you do around that video is actually way more important. And so we'll be helping you, like, as I'm posting about it, you'll be getting examples of how you can be posting about it ahead of time and building up that excitement, building up that authority. And confidence is something that I really think, like I said, everyone, why do I like to do that? Literally everyone can benefit from. So this is something that can go into like your local paper. It's something that can go into, like, you could be interviewed somewhere like on the news because you've been an authority with a book about confidence. So this is something that has such a wide reach, which I really, really love.
Yeah, I want to share just like one quick story here is we had this one woman who came to us and she's like, this is her words, not mine, by the way. She said, I'm just a housewife. Like, who wants to hear my story? Why should I do this? And we're talking to her and she's like, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. And that was her, reaction. I'll just go ahead and do it. She did it. And then after the book came out, she ended up being interviewed on different platforms. Like, we provide opportunities for you to be interviewed on other people's platforms. And those led to other interviews as well. Then next thing I know, she's doing book signings in her town. She's speaking on stages. She's like, I'm just a housewife. I don't do anything. She didn't have a business, but she was having so much fun doing this and getting her message out there that she decided to start a business. And so you just never know where it's going to go. It's up to you really to do the action, to take the actions to get the results that you're going to get. But like Molly said, these are marketing tools. And so seeing it as a means to an end, like, what's the result that you want? You're going to use this as a tool to get there. And that's what it is.
Yeah. And so lucky for you, when you join us, we're going to give you a checklist of what to do. And we're going to be able to help you to strategically position it so that you do hit those results. So if you want to use this to bring in more clients, we're going to make sure that your story is actually set up the way that we teach our clients in our, like, Sales Stars, for example, which is our sales implementation coaching program. Everything that we do is created around giving a win and then presenting a gap so people know that they need to work with you for more. And I just think it's going to be such an awesome opportunity for you to use it that way and for you to bring with you places. Like, I'm going to make sure that this is something that when you show up with it, obviously, let's be real, these colors may not be your brand colors, but whatever. Like, this is something that you're able to say, like, hey, this is something that I contributed to and I'm a part of, and you'll be positioned as the author as one of the authors in this book.
One
Yep.
last story, Melly, I want to share. So, Eva, she's been in 3 of our collaboration books so far, and she said, "You know what? I'm going to take it a little step further. I'm going to go to my local bookstores and I'm going to ask them if they'll put my book in there." And so she is now she's in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And so her book, the collaboration book, is in 3 different local bookstores. Well, somebody saw that and they were like, "Hey, we have this company, and it's because that particular book was about never giving up." And they said, "We
Mhm.
have this company. Our slogan is to never give up. Can we buy some of your books?"
So cool. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. Okay, this
you
is
don't.
awesome because you can also, so if you do something like that, and this is, we have between now and August. So if we're just coming up with all these ideas right now, Linda
Right.
has all this already happening. To have like a bookmark or an insert in the book when you have it there, then that can lead straight to your chapter. It could have some sort of extra flyer or something that goes to your website or QR code that moves people forward. Like it's the packaging that can lead to other inserts
Mhm.
or things that you're doing. And this is something that when you have it in a store like that, you can say, as seen at this store, because it's actually in the store. Also, one thing that's happened with my book, and this is something that was so hugely important for me. And I actually shared this. I don't know if Mindy's still here. Mindy, I saw your question. We'll come back to it. But I shared this at an event where I was with Mindy and I was talking about how I really wanted to have my children's book in more schools and how I want eventually my goal is that we're going to launch a program that goes into schools and teaches confidence. It teaches communication skills, like the things that I'm really obsessed with underneath all the business stuff. Yay, Mindy's still here. Okay, so she maybe remembers, you may have been sitting right behind me when this happened. That's my goal, is to get this into more schools. Well, you know what happened? And Linda, this is so big for me. And I think it's when we are reaching for our huge big goals. I don't know why I was thinking about this last night.
Mhm.
Charlie and I took Esther out and I was standing outside in the cold. Charlie was like in his undies standing outside freezing with me. And I had this thought that was like, sometimes when we say yes to something like this, we realize the things that we want are actually already happening. And when we say
Mm.
yes to a bigger goal, it's like, wait a minute, I already have proof that this is happening. So as I shared this goal, I realized my aunt works for a tree, or she runs her own nonprofit management company for tree related businesses. And so one of the companies that she works with goes into schools. It's called Tree Circus. And they go into schools and they do this amazing, weird presentation about trees with this guy, Timmy. It's like really, really cool. They go to parks, they have this show. It's like a full tour. They go to 38 schools. Well, guess what? She had messaged me like a week before and said, "Hey, I want to buy 100 books to have them in schools."
Oh,
And I was like,
that's
"Oh my gosh, I'm already on tour." I didn't even think about it.
right.
And this is a book that would be perfect for that as well. Like we have the children's book, and now this can be such an awesome companion to our children's
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, definitely. I love that idea, and congratulations. That's
It's
fabulous.
so
That's
cool.
so good.
Okay, a question that came up is, will they get copies? Do they like, so how does this work? When someone's a collaborator like this, do they get to buy author copies through
Yeah.
Amazon? Like,
Yeah, so what we'll do is we're gonna give you 10 copies, 10, paperback copies, and
you
then you'll
get that as a
also.
part of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
a bonus I just threw in right now, by the way,
Well,
because
then
we're getting people signing up, and that's awesome, and so I'm feeling very generous at the moment.
oh my gosh, Mindy, I'm so excited. We've been talking about doing something together for such a long time.
Joy,
I
by the
love it.
way, Joy is in. Joy's in. Whoop,
So
whoop, we
good,
got
so
Joy.
good. I'm like becoming Arsenio Hall because I can't use my right hand.
Whoop, whoop,
I didn't
whoop,
even know this
whoop,
movement was
whoop.
possible. Okay. Wait, Linda, will you do that with
Okay,
me so we can turn this
yes.
into a GIF? Ready? Woo, woo,
Woo,
woo,
woo,
woo,
woo,
woo,
woo,
woo.
woo, woo. I'm glad I know who Arsenio Hall is.
I almost just said, I'm sure there are people who are not old enough to know that, which is terrifying, but go ahead.
Yeah, so you'll get 10 copies, paperback copies. In addition to that, you'll be able to purchase author copies at a discounted price. You can purchase a minimum of 20 because we have to make it worth the time, but 20 copies for $9 each plus shipping. So that's in
Cool.
addition. So you can do
Amazing. And
that
then what
as
does it
well.
actually sell for, like out in?
We'll sell it for 19.99.
Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
then with this, like, how does that, this is, maybe I should ask this question offline, but I'm just going to ask everything here.
Okay.
So first of all, I will tell you, we sell our books on Amazon through my own account and I make hardly any money off of it.
Right, exactly.
So
It
like,
same thing.
yeah, my dad is always like, so how much money have you made off your children's book? And that is not what it's about, because
No.
that's just not what it's about. So with that, does this all get actually sold through your account and then we buy them through you, or how does that work?
Yes. So as far as the royalties, because this is a question people ask all the time,
Yeah.
as Molly mentioned, there's not a lot of money in the book sales themselves. So what we do is we donate the money to a charity. We do have a charity. It's called the Giving Angels.
Are you for
And
reals?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so cool. And I didn't know that. That is amazing.
Yeah, there's so many things to share that, I haven't shared everything with you. But, yeah, so the Giving Angels, and the mission for the Giving Angels is to help people who are in, domestic violence situations to get out and stay out. So that's the mission. They're actually, I used to be the president of it. I'm no longer the president, but, we're, hosting a domestic violence awareness telethon in October, and it's gonna run
Wow.
31 days, 24 hours a day on 7 continents. So it's gonna be absolutely incredible of what we're doing. So that's where the royalties will go. But with that said, yeah, so we publish it through our account, Action Takers Publishing, and we do, all the money work behind the scenes. You would purchase the copies from us. We would ship them out to you if you wanted to order additional copies over the 10 copies that you're gonna get.
And then there, like, just a couple other ideas. And I think this is really cool because Linda and I did not really plan what we were doing for this video, but
Can you tell?
We're prepared performers, whether you decide to join us, which obviously you should, because duh, but whether you decide to join us or not, I hope obviously you're recognizing there's lots of little nuggets that we are sharing, that if you are an author, like if you've already published a book, there's some really cool things that you can do to get more visibility for that. So I'm going to show you something that I've actually apparently never Googled, because I'm going to do some SEO on this probably tonight, because I'm
Okay.
actually not the #1 search result for this, which gives me a little FOMO. So I'm going to show you something super cool. And Linda, maybe you have some ideas about this also. So
Yeah.
in Google, there's something called an author profile. I don't think I've ever seen this Molly Mahoney Matthews, but she is above me in Molly Mahoney author as the search.
Oh my gosh.
Irish luck. Okay. So Molly Mahoney Matthews, I'd love to be friends with you, but I also would love to be the first search result for this. So look at this though. Do you see this? Are you seeing my screen? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Do you see this over on this side of the screen here? This is the author
yes.
profile. Do you guys do something with this? Is this something-
I don't know what that is. So
Oh my
no,
gosh, I'm so
I get
excited.
to learn more.
So you can actually set up an author profile that when people search for you, it shows up as like an author in Google, and it has a whole little thing listed here, and then it has your books linked underneath it.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, because I have my Amazon author page, but I didn't know about
Yes,
a Google
it's
author
actually a
page.
Google author profile, and look what happens. Like if
What?
someone, so just back to Stacy's question, like if you don't have this set up, Stacy, if someone searches you, this bumps you to the top of the feed because it brings like you are an author and it brings you up to the top.
And Google is the #1 search engine in the world. So this is extremely invaluable.
Like
I love
crazy
it.
amazing. Hey, I just thought of another idea.
What's that?
My
Let's
team
do
is going to kill me, but I thought of something that is really, really cool. Tell me what you think of this. I'm not promising
Okay.
this. I'm putting this out there as an idea. What if we turned this into a podcast also?
Yes. Of course. I love
So
it.
tell me how that would work.
Well, so let me share with you one of the things we do offer. Again, these are offers to our authors, is to do that exact thing. We have the Action Takers Author Podcast, which hasn't launched yet, but we're offering you to, I guess, speak your chapter, and then we're going to put that out on our podcast. So
Oh, okay. On your okay, cool. So that
on ours. But in addition, I don't know what Molly's talking about. Let's hear.
Well, that's amazing. So we actually just did, and this could be so cool. We just did oh my gosh. I'm thinking of all the bonuses. Okay, I don't know if I can definitely include this as a bonus. Okay, are you ready for it?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm writing it
Okay,
down.
we also had another pretend cruise here last month on how to create an AI generated podcast. So you can use AI to read your chapter.
Oh.
Right now, I don't know if we'd want to put the whole entire book out in audio form, but maybe we can do like a condensed version of the chapter, because I think we want people to actually buy I don't know how that works. We got to figure out to make sure we're not cannibalizing the book sales.
Yeah.
But we'll come up with like a different version of that. what we realized was you can now create a YouTube podcast. So YouTube
Oh, yeah.
podcasts, YouTube is the second search result, which is why I thought of this. YouTube is the second search result. And so, or second biggest search engine is what I meant, not search result. But now on YouTube, we had like Nika, for example, created a podcast while she was sitting there in my kitchen.
Really?
Yeah, let me show you. I'm
Did
going to
you
show you
pro
mine. I haven't actually seen
Okay.
Nika's, but she told me she did it. So we'll talk about hers also. So here, this is my YouTube channel, which many of you are on right now. Notice this: home, videos, shorts, live, podcast.
Podcast. Oh,
You can actually create a podcast on YouTube. So imagine if we had this, all we would need to do is, those of you that are authors, we will do a joint live stream. We'll probably have to do 2 of them because I can't get 20 people. I like
yeah.
to use Restream, and it's a little like Zoom is, we could get 20 of us on Zoom, but I think it'd be better with Restream. And maybe I'll get my Ecamm act together and we can use Zoom for all of us. I think it'd be better though if we even did like several groups of 5 or several groups of
Mhm.
8, where we do like 3 different live streams as like a series as a part of the launch. And then you guys can each have your own little featured thing to kind of give a hint at what your tip is, or give one tip from your chapter. And then that our team can go in and chop up, and then that can turn into the podcast.
Woo, woo. Did you hear that, team? At 50 minutes, go listen. I love that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys getting nuggets from this? Are you guys I am
Yeah, I
writing
would
my
love to know, what's your best nugget so far? We're almost going to wrap up. I still have a few more things to cover on the page, but share what your best nugget is so far, because I think this is like seriously amazing.
My
I
best
also,
nugget was the Google author profile. Hello, I didn't know. How come I didn't know about that, you know?
I don't know, but we got all the things. We're going to make it like
Yeah.
seriously awesome. I also, I'm just going to Google finding my awesome. Hold on.
Finding My Awesome. The
That's
book
the name of my
itself.
look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, check it out, you guys. Look. So here it has its own little thing where this shows up inside Google. So like, choose confidence. We can position that SEO wise to be at the
Mhm.
top. Now, when this is available for sale, is it available only at Amazon, or does it show up other places as well?
We can do other places as well. The challenge, so I'll just, of course, I'm going to be honest about this. The challenge is that the companies that are pushing it out to other platforms are oftentimes having problems. So I'm finding that some of our books aren't even getting published anywhere by using these different platforms
Companies.
that push it out to 40. They push them out to 40,000 retailers worldwide, but it doesn't always work. And it's been like, I've been pulling my hair out about that. So it'll
Okay.
be on Amazon for sure. And then we will try the other avenue. I just
After
can't
that.
promise it. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know
yeah.
what they're going to do.
Cool. Amazing. I love it. And Amazon's really like where we're going to position it. And then, we can do the bestseller thing too. Yay. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nugget. There are so many ways to promote a book I hadn't thought of. Now, here's the thing. As we're going over these ways to promote this book, which we'll be sharing even more within the community of the 20 of
Yeah.
us that are doing this. This is just like, popcorning a few ideas. We'll have a whole system behind this. You'll be able to use those strategies to be able to promote other things in your business. So a lot of these things that we're using to promote a book, you could use to promote a course, you could use to promote a masterclass. Like, this is not just about a book. It's about so many other things that you can be using this for.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it.
I love
Amazing.
it.
Okay, let's pull this page up on one more second, and then we're going to be wrapping up. So if you have any other questions, make sure you ask them, and know that in the next couple of weeks, we'll be putting together like a Facebook group or something where we'll bring everybody together, which will be awesome. Okay, so here, visibility, obviously.
Yeah.
You not only get your spot here, but you also are going to be connected to all these other visibility opportunities that Linda has to provide, which are amazing. And I really believe that your story does matter. So know that this is not only about getting the words in the book, it's about sharing that message with others. It's about sharing that message with yourself so that you remember how awesome you are. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Okay. So how to join. At the bottom, obviously people have already figured it out. So at the bottom of this page, and I know somebody was asking what we're using to go live. We're using Restream right now. I love Be Live as well, but we're using Restream right now. When you go down at the bottom of the page, you'll see this choose confidence. Now, when you click on this, you'll also notice that there's a way to connect with Linda before you click. if you have questions, or you can ask these right now. When you click choose confidence, it will go to this page. So with all of this magic, it's only $3,000. You guys, we don't even have a course that offers all of this for $3,000. We don't have a coaching program that offers all of this for $3,000. So Linda's team is going to put all of this together. My team is going to put all of this together. We are only charging $3,000 because we want to make sure that we make this available for you, so we actually get this up and going. We could charge like $10,000 for something like this because of all of the added visibility that's going to be in this. And I just asked Linda for this right as we were going live, but what we're going to put together is an actual list of all of these bonuses that we just announced, all of these things to show the real value of what it is that you're actually getting with all of this. I think it's a total no-brainer. It's amazing. This is something that's going to last for, like, the book isn't going to go away. It's a real tangible thing that you can continue to hold. So
forever.
pretty dope.
Forever.
So good. Amazing. Let's see if we have other questions. So good.
Yeah, just go to molly.live/CCB. Choose confidence.
Choose confidence book. That is it.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is actually a good thing. Also, I see that Shanna is saying that she did another book like this that didn't yield results, even though it hit the bestseller. So I'm going to be super honest about the bestseller thing. It's a system. Like, you want to hit bestseller, it's a system. Again, just like everything else, it's not the fact that you're hitting bestseller, it's what you do around that. So how are you using that to position you as a bestseller in this topic, right? Like, there's specific topics that we're going to be covering in this book, and having it be something that is around this confidence, this idea of confidence. Like, how are you actually using that? Is it in your bio? Is it something that you mention on your videos? Well, when I was working on my book about confidence, right there, you like, what? When I was working at my international best-selling book about confidence, what? You lean in.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
actually, did you see Stacey's question? Because I was thinking about this earlier. She said, is there a way to put a landing page or a QR code? Can you explain that again? Because I know you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. So what we do, so I'll share what we do, and then I'll share what you can do as well. So one of the things that we do is when people go to purchase the book, we invite them to download free gifts from our authors. And so that's going to be a completely separate landing page. They'll go there, they'll click on your free gift, they'll get into your email. In addition, what you can do is, if you have your own QR code, we can include that inside the book on your bio page. So people will be able to click that QR code. In addition, like, let's say you don't want to do a QR code, we do invite people to connect with you. So we ask you to give us one link that you can include in your bio page so they can go connect with you from reading the book too. So they might not get the free gifts. There's different ways for them to connect with you, is the point I'm trying to make there.
Yeah. So here's a question, and and I get that we don't want to make this book like super promotional. So there may be some limitations on this, because if somebody gets the book and then everything is like, go buy this, go buy this, go buy this, go buy this, and every chapter, that's going to water down the effectiveness of the book, and no one's going to recommend it. If you write something that has like a visual resource or a worksheet or something like that that goes with it, is that something that you can include in your chapter, or would you direct people to check out your bio to get that link? Like, how does that work?
Ooh, that's a great question, Molly. That's something you and I need to decide together.
Okay.
We don't normally allow promotions inside the chapters. You
Yeah.
know, so something like that, we might put it at the end of the bio, say, if you have the worksheet, you can put it in the chapter. We have had people put visuals inside of their chapter.
We've just found, and I've noticed when I've read books, like, let's look at Dan Martell's Buy Back Your Time. I find that it's so valuable to say that he is like, oh, and if you want to download the PDF of this, go to this link, because there's specific things that they can get to. And so if there was a way for you to be able to, as you're writing your chapter, make sure that, I personally wouldn't put the worksheet in the book because there's no gap, right? We want to create a bit of a gap so that they have to go somewhere. Because I think one of the mistakes people make when they're writing chapters in something like this is that they don't give people a compelling reason to want to learn more from them or to want to go somewhere else. And some sort of free gift or resource that goes with your chapter could be a really great way to do that. And Linda, let's talk about that and see, like, do we want it to be that it says like, oh, and if you want this worksheet, make sure you check out my bio to get the link to be able to grab it. We can talk about
that. Yeah, definitely. We'll talk about that, and we'll have that information for you all. The idea here is for you to be able to connect with as many people as possible. That's we want this book to be a tool for you. Again, a tool for you to be able to use to be able to help people. It's really all about helping people. That's what the book is about. And then when they get into your world, with the coaching that you do or whatever kind of business that it is that you have, you're going to help them. We want to
Yeah.
be able to filter them to you.
And one
So
thing that
we'll
I
figure
think
that out.
we can really help you with as you're deciding which link to share there we can help you create, and maybe we even can make this a template in Star Funnels for those that are in our programs, where it's a page that like a landing page that not only has an opt-in, but it has different ways they could work with you, things like that. We just don't want to have anything that's being sold straight through it because we want
Yeah.
it to be something that's not super over the top. But we can give you guidelines for the best way to make sure that you're building your community as a piece of this, because as a marketer, my whole point of this is that you're going to be able to get the biggest results out of it.
Right.
So know that. Amazing. Okay. Somebody missed the recap. I can't see who it is because it says Facebook user. So tell me who you are. Not miss the recap. Obviously, we didn't do a recap yet. Are you okay on time if we do like a quick, speedy recap here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll wrap this up. Whoops. Kim, we're going to do a recap for you. It's perfect. So let's have a drum roll, please. Okay, right. Here's our recap. I'm going to make this very user-friendly so that it can be repurposed as well. Ready? Watch.
Okay.
I can't clap because my hand should be in a cast right now, but usually I clap. Thank you.
Everybody clap. Everybody clap.
Just say clap in the chat. That's a little trick we use so that our editor can find the moment to find this spot. Okay. So if you are someone who has had your own shift in how to have more confidence, or you help other people to have more confidence, then you are going to want to listen up. And if you are a human being who breathes, is what I was trying to say. If you are a human being, you know that confidence is one of the skill sets. I'm not even going to say one of, it is honestly the most important skill set for you to be able to develop, to be able to get what you want. Confidence in the way you communicate with yourself and the way you communicate with others. With that in mind, Linda Sunshine West and I are working on a collaboration book called Choose Confidence. And so we already have some of these spots filled. There are 20 spots available. If you go to the link that I'm going to share on the screen, Linda, tell them what they're going to get in our little speedy recap.
You're going to become a best-selling author, #1 international best-selling author. You're going to connect with other like-minded people who believe in the confidence that they have as being able to make a transformation in the world. You're going to write your story, and we're going to do all the rest of the work. As a publishing company, one of the things that we're on a mission to do is to make this whole process fast, fun, and easy for you. So you'll write your chapter and we're going to do everything else. This also includes marketing materials that we're going to create for you. Literally, you will just copy and paste. It's going to be so simple to share the message. In addition to that, the community that is involved in this particular book is going to be mostly Molly's people, right? So you're going to be surrounded by Molly's people, like all of us crazy banana people, we're out there, making a difference in the world. And how can we make a greater difference? We get in front of different audiences. This is a great opportunity for you to get in front of different audiences in addition to Molly's audience. That right there alone, Molly, as you shared the price of $3,000, I was like, let's raise the price. Why are we making it $3,000? This is crazy. Like, let's raise the price tomorrow to $5,000. Okay, Molly? I mean, we'll talk about that. So you better get in today. But anyway, being in Molly's, what happened there? That's
I was trying to get it so that it went straight to this. I need to fix my restream settings. Sorry.
So, just imagine, I want you to imagine just the one thing of being in Molly's sphere of influence is one thing, like a lot of us are working with her, but have you been able to be in a work like this that you're able to leverage her community? Hello.
And we've really pulled way back on partner promotion because I've realized I want to spend my extra time pouring into our clients. So this is an opportunity for you to be one of the few people that we actually do some sort of promotion for, because we're just not doing that really anymore. You may have noticed. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. This is an awesome opportunity to share your story, get your message out there, get in front of more people to, you yourself, you have that confidence, but let's help other people to gain their confidence with your message, your story.
I love it. And be a part of a duplicatable system that if you want to launch something else of your own in the future,
Yeah.
first of all, you're going to have the connection with Linda. So you could do your own collaboration book with Linda, which would be awesome. And she'll do all that stuff for you. But if you
Yep.
have a course, if you have a product, if you have a masterclass, something like that, these are things that you're going to be able to go, oh, that was a good idea that I could put into this. So there's just so much awesome that's going to happen. So we
Yeah.
can't wait to have you with us. A
Woo-hoo.
book is such a powerful tool. The people who already said yes, we're so stoked that you're going to be with us. We'll be getting a little group together, which is going to be so fun. And like I said, I do have another individual book that I'm working on myself. So I'm going to launch that one before this one comes out. So you'll have that example of me launching that book, which then will catapult more excitement and engagement about this book as well. It's just going to be super awesome. So I can't wait to play with you. So
As of
good.
right now, we have 16 spots left for Went during this 1 hour. So
That's so good. Who was the
do the
fourth
math.
person? Did I know? Was it Joy? Who
It
was
was
the
Joy. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I love it. So cool. Okay, so go to molly.live/CCB and we'll see you on the inside. Know that I don't actually have anything in place to reach out to you automatically right now. So over the next couple of weeks, I'll be setting up some sort of community for this. Ooh, we do have dates. Kim,
Yes.
great question.
Yeah,
Sure.
that was for the recap. Clap. The reclap. Oh, you should call it the reclap instead of the recap, by the way. Okay. Okay. So the launch date is projected at, I say projected because, things happen. August 30th is the date of the launch. The last date to turn in your chapter is July 7. So you got almost 3 months to work on it.
And
And
then we
we
have
have
go ahead.
people on our team who are going to hop on calls with you. If you're feeling stumped, you're not sure where to go, what direction to take or what have you, we have people on our team who will hop on a call with you and help walk you through that. So we're here for you every step of the way.
And we also added in 2 extra bonuses since we've been here on this call. The first one is I'm going to give you access to the recording of our session all about creating a signature talk with AI. So it was from a live event, but we have a whole document that walks you through it. So you'll get access to that. And that way you can use the book to help promote your signature talk. And then you'll also get I'm not sure where the recording is for this yet, but we do have a whole system on how to create an AI podcast. And so you'll get access to whatever we create for that. You'll have access to that as well. And there is a fee. Yes. So the way that you do this, for those of you that are just joining on this page, when you go here on this page, you'll see down at the bottom, it says how to join. You're going to see everything that you're going to get. And then you'll see down here how to join. When you click on this, choose confidence, you'll see we could be charging like $5,000 to $10,000 for this because of everything that's going into it easily, but it's only $3,000. And there's payment options. So you can get started for $1,700. And it's those you pay once this month and then once next month, or you can pay in full for $3,000, which will save you a little bit, which is great. And then you're going to get all of this extra magic as well. So it's pretty awesome. And we already have spots going. So Joy, Karen, Shanna, and remind me, is it Shanna? Am I saying your name right? Every time I've said it, I've questioned myself. So we're going to be doing a video together at some point. So I'll get that clarified.
And Damon.
I know I stopped right before then, but yeah. And Damon of Deco Exchange, who's one of my really good friends. And I'm just so stoked, Damon, that you're going to join us. All of you. I'm so stoked.
This is going to be amazing. Molly, I'm so glad that we've, worked it through to this. Here we are on the day of promoting it, just starting today. Today's the first announcement and you guys are the first to hear it, and excited to see what comes of this incredible, incredible compilation of human beings that are making a positive impact on the planet.
It's so good. Thank you, Linda, so much for sharing this and for making this possible for all of us. And I just can't wait to see how we have more fun, make more money, and change the world. It's so good.
Whoop, whoop. Let's go.